afternoon because it was absolutely beautiful out there, and you have to kind of check the calendar to say, here we are in January.
Yeah, you really do.
Yeah.
It's been so nice again. We've had this is the third week in a row that we've gotten afternoon sunshine for a couple of days during the work week, and we're going to see that shot again tomorrow. Taking a look now, just outside. This is a look earlier, a time lapse near Astoria, and we started off with the fog there, but watch how it just cleared out. That was the case for much of the valley too, and now just this gorgeous sunset that has been underway over in Astoria. Temperatures there in the 40s right now. We'll have to watch for some fog to develop again tonight, but then we're back to a mix of sun and clouds tomorrow. We're going to be battling these high clouds streaming in ahead of the next system, but otherwise we're going to see more sunshine once the fog moves on out again tomorrow morning. Out there right now, view from our east side exchange, and you can see we're starting to lose that last little bit of sunlight out there. 47 degrees, feels like it's 44. Winds fairly light at the Portland airport right now, coming in at 6 miles an hour. You head farther east over towards the gorge, and those winds have been a little bit higher for us. This is a look at a time lapse from Timberline, watching the sun go down there, and you can see some of those low clouds already trying to stream in. That's looking out towards Mount Jefferson there. So we'll watch for those to roll in tonight, but overall, we shouldn't see quite as dense fog overspread as much of Portland as we did last night, just because we're going to have some of those east winds coming in from the gorge to help kind of mix the air and mix some of that fog out. Tonight we'll dip down to 36 degrees. There will be areas of dense fog that do develop, though, across parts of the Willamette Valley, especially the farther south you go. And then, of course, you head up north and you lose some of the influence of the gorge wind up in southwest Washington, too. And there we will see more fog developing. But you can see the strong winds coming in from Washougal out toward Troutdale. Winds gusting between 15 and 26 miles an hour. Gets even stronger out toward Crown Point. So the winds are going to continue to pick up through the gorge as we head through tomorrow. In fact, we'll see gusts between 40 and likely 60 miles an hour for Crown Point. Not quite as high in other places. That's the place that just really gets slammed with the wind in these events. But that will help keep some of the fog away, but we're still going to have some patchy areas. At times the wind may die down, and when it does die down to around 5 miles an hour, that will allow some of the fog to even creep up into parts of Portland too. But right now, no visibility issues out there. It won't be until we get through the next few hours that we start to see it slowly develop and really kick in through the overnight hours tonight. So morning commutes tomorrow could be a little slow at times. So definitely check out the visibilities before you head out the door. Central and eastern Oregon, we're in the mid to upper 30s. Temperatures are falling after a really mild afternoon in the 40s. Mid to upper 40s for Salem up into Portland. Eventually down into the mid-30s tonight, 37 tomorrow morning in Portland. Watching for, again, patches of dense fog, but that moves on out just in time for the lunch hour. We're back to sunshine, mixing that in with a little bit of high clouds streaming in ahead of the next system, but otherwise we're going to see an overall mostly sunny day. And then for the evening, breezy conditions near the gorge once again will keep some of the low clouds at bay for the metro area, but we're going to be battling the clouds that are moving in ahead of the next frontal system that's going to bring in that potential for rain by Thursday. But I think we'll stay dry through most of Wednesday night too. Out there right now, just some clouds rolling in. No wet weather to talk about. In fact, we're dry all the way through much of the Pacific Northwest. Here's the next system. The core of it misses us to the north, so it's not going to be a big rainmaker by any means. That will linger into Friday. And then for the weekend, we're looking so far mainly dry too. So Saturday, if you're headed to the coast, the mid-50s. Sunday, we could get into enough of an offshore wind that we could be talking for some areas of the coast, topping out in the low 60s. Central Oregon, you're going to get in on it too. We have a big warm up for the second half of the weekend. Saturday close to 60, Sunday 60 degrees with partly sunny skies, and then as you head up to the mountains, even up at 5,000 feet, we could be talking temperatures in the 50s, but at least we're staying dry because we definitely wouldn't want that rain to be coming down because it would be rain, way too warm to be talking any snow up at the ski resort. 7-day forecast, Portland, we'll see it too. We'll be in the 40s for the next couple of days, but then we warm up through the weekend, and that warm up could linger into early next week.
Can you believe that next weekend we could be close to 60 degrees?
Yeah, it's going to happen. And then watch in a week or two, we'll get blasted by the cold.
That's what always
just
happens.
Just in time for February.
Never will fall. Thank you, Kristen. Coming up.